Hey, so why are we listening to this guy? If you're like me, every video this Professor Zhang guy uploads gets recommended to you ever since he went viral about a month ago. He was on Tucker Carlson, where he was called a political prophet, plus Piers Morgan and a bunch of other big YouTube channels. I was listening at first. He predicted that Trump would win the election and that the US would go to war with Iran, and his game theory analysis was unlike anything anybody else was doing. So watching his videos felt like you were getting behind the curtain information. But then I saw this.
There's certain things that you kind of just can't say, and especially if you actually have a platform. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And he's in mainland, like he's not in Hong Kong, he's not in Singapore or any, you know what I mean? And if that's the case, then he's got to be to some degree only saying things that they're cool with.
Definitely see why people would think he's a CCP agent.
Okay, so he lives in Beijing. He can't say anything that would make the Chinese government too upset. They have laws about that. In fact, he's already been deported once for that exact reason. Some have speculated that China let him back in on the condition that he wouldn't ever say anything bad about them in the future. That may or may not be true, but either way, you can't be an influencer in China without China influencing what you say, or at least filtering it. And what he's saying about the conflict in Iran isn't getting him deported, so clearly China's okay with it. And if you look at what he's actually saying, the narratives are almost always aligned with Chinese interests and are sometimes explicitly anti-American.
While America and Iran were bleeding each other for 40 days, while bombs were falling and oil prices were surging and the global economy was shaking, who was actually winning? And the answer that almost nobody is talking about is China.
What does that tell you? Like, do you really think that getting your opinions about a conflict from a source currently aligned with your country's adversary in that conflict is a good idea? Like, I ask again, why are we listening to this guy? Okay, so he made some predictions that came true. Great. So did a lot of people. So maybe let's find an American prophet to tell us about American politics. Just to throw someone out there, Joe Kent thinks the war in Iran is a bad idea too, but I think he's a lot more trustworthy than this professor who's not a professor. That's part of it, by the way. He's not a real professor. And I'm not saying he's not right about some of it. I'm just saying I don't feel the need to listen to a prophet from a country that does not have my country's best interests in mind, especially when there's alternatives available. Now, I don't expect this to be a very popular opinion on YouTube. He seems to be very well liked here. Every video I've ever seen of him, except for this one, the comments are suspiciously positive. Your comment section is about to get attacked by a Chinese bot farm. What? But just in case there are any of you out there who are thinking what I'm thinking, just know you're not alone. And the comments might be bots. See ya.